Sponsoring Pina Shepherd. She's the same person as Zena Villa Hardy. Go follow her on Instagram. She'll teach you how to save your money. Let's begin the video. We are talking about African American soldiers who fought for America. The year is 1700s. We're in the 1700s. And America is fighting for their independence. When England, Great Britain, the British are fighting for King and Queen. Both sides have blacks on their side. So, hoping for their freedom. If you were in Great Britain in the 1700s, your chances of being free were high. But in America, I just don't know. We're skipping the War of 1812. Going straight to the Civil War. Now, the year is 1863, and Abraham Lincoln signed an Emancipation Declaration, freeing the slaves. And the Black Battalion, or some people call them the Negro Soldiers, fought under an American flag, but did not have the same rights. They were used at first as manual labor. Anyway, they finally had a mission, and they were glorious. They took down the Confederate Army, with a few casualties though, but perfect. And one of the greatest battles though. Let me turn my TV if you hear it, I'm sorry. In one of the greatest missions, they had to take a bunker. They were the first wave. Another battalion couldn't make it. It was, I guess, too tight. So, they fought. But sadly, they all died. As statue to remember their memorial. But their sacrifice wasn't really met. When the war was over, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Things called Jim Crow laws were somehow made it to America. So, segregation. Now we're in World War I. The year is 1917, and Woodrow Wilson has declared war on Germany. And soldiers, known as Hellfighters, if I'm correct, are the Black Battalion. At first, they were used for manual labor until they got shipped to France. And their captain specifically said, American troops will fight under an American flag, except for the black guys, you can take them. He said, we will not fight for France, England, except for the black guys, you can take them. And not only that, but an African American soldier called off at least 30 soldiers and was awarded one of France's highest medals awards, saying that you were the first African American to earn this medal. But America, they didn't care. He didn't get no Purple Hearts, and his injury wasn't in his records. He died, I believe, in his 30s. And America didn't help his injuries, nothing. They didn't care. The only one that they really cared about that man was the French army. The Hellfighters returned spectacular, but Jim Crow laws were still in effect. World War II took place in the 1940s. The 1940s. And the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. And the Americans thought they were desperate for pilots. Guess what? You wasn't desperate. You been need these pilots. The Tuskegee Airmen, also known as the Red Tails, were perfect flying pilots. Spectacular. They fought in one of the biggest battles yet, D-Day. Not only that, but an African American got the Medal of Honor by taking down Germans by himself, like the same man who did in World War I. He interrogated the German soldiers and returned to his captain, and the captain said, "Give this man a medic." He returned to the front line every time, and as you know, the nurses and doctor said, "You have $1 million wound. That means you're going home." But no, he wanted to go back to the battlefield, and the captain said, they told the captain, "Your soldier's AWOL," and he said, "He's not AWOL. Don't worry. He'll come to us. Bring him home." Well, that's how I remember it. After the war, he did not get the Medal of Honor yet. Jim Crow laws were so big then that he couldn't. Until Jim Crow laws were not in effect, his son got the Medal of Honor in his place to remember his dad. Now, the last one I'm talking about is Vietnam. Vietnam was one of the biggest wars. It was different. There was no battle lines. Your enemy can pop out right behind you. And not only that, but let's put a period on that. At least 300,000 African Americans enlisted or drafted in the war. And in 1863, Martin Luther King said his greatest speech yet, "I have a dream," but was assassinated. Muhammad Ali almost got drafted, but he managed to beat it. He didn't get drafted at all. James Brown sang in the Vietnam War and returned home. That proves, though, that they would do anything to earn their equal rights. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.